Hello and welcome to the 23rd episode of my Call of Duty Ghosts Weapon Guide. In this episode, the LSAT, the product of an American program to reduce the combat load of a support gunner through employment of advanced ammunition. The LSAT's damage is moderate, on the lower end of the LMG class. You'll kill in 3 shots up close, or with 2 headshots. At a longer range, damage drops steadily to a potential 5-shot kill. As such, the LSAT performs best in a close to mid-range band. This is further helped by the LSAT's rate of fire. At 800 rounds per minute, you will rival even some SMGs in terms of raw output. This also means that spraying from the hip is a viable defense, although you may have to waste quite some ammunition to tackle even closer targets. Recoil is moderately high, aggravated by the higher fire rate. However, distant targets can be tackled with careful burst firing. Aim time is relatively slow, at 350 milliseconds, one trait which can hamper your effectiveness in setting up defense in closer quarters. Similarly slow is your movement. You'll traverse the map at 80% of the base speed. Magazine capacity is very good, at 100 rounds, a strong trait shared by most of the LMGs. With such capacity you can provide an unrelenting defense, at least until you find yourself depleted and facing a long reload process. At 8 seconds flat, it pays to keep an eye on your remaining count, as you'll need to find somewhere safe to top up unharmed. The LSAT is a versatile SMG, capable of strong defense in a variety of scenarios, and your class should seek to enhance this performance where possible. The foregrip is a very worthy attachment that will reduce recoil, improving the weapon's handling and increasing per hit probability. With it, you can more confidently tackle targets at a longer range. Equipping an optic can also help improve your accuracy. The VMR sight offers 2 distinct zoom levels, allowing you to tailor your view to your specific situation. The wider field of view of the low magnification is ideal for when you're on the move, or keeping watch over a shorter sightline, and you can switch to the closer view when you need to direct fire onto a distant target. For your perks, steady aim complements the LSAT's higher fire rate, making for quite a potent close-range defense. Of course, aimed fire is far more effective, but the slower handling means hipfire might be your only realistic option if you're caught out while on the move. Stalker can be another useful addition, helping to provide instant precision whilst moving to a new defensive position. Walking is slower than sprinting, but it pays to be cautious with a weapon that favours preparation over reactive ability. Focus is an essential element of a successful LMG build, as being unable to land shots on target due to incoming fire can hamper your defense. A rock-steady sight better permits use of your deep magazine, and the LMG's strength lies in their ability for sustained fire. Beyond this, loading up on resistive perks makes sense for a defensive class, or alternatively, you could invest in handling or mobility options to improve the LMG's otherwise lumbering performance. The LSAT is an able defensive weapon, with ample capacity and above average rate of fire combining to form an impressive ability to spew lead towards your opposition. The higher rate of fire makes performance in closer quarters more consistent, with a quicker time to kill when compared to the slower firing options. In addition, the ability to better saturate an area makes for more consistent hipfire performance, and while not the most accurate, it can prove a worthwhile last-ditch defense. Overall damage is quite low, however, with the per-shot power dropping to the lowest in class at the extent of your effective range. Paired with moderate recoil, this can harm your ranged ability, and while you may compensate with sheer volume of fire, you will be at a disadvantage when facing precision weapons capable of higher per-shot damage. Still, the LSAT is a weapon that passes judgment and raises the bar. Testament to its ability, this weapon will ignore your enemy's plea and lay down the law. Thank you very much for watching, and join me next time when I'll be covering the IA-2. Until then, farewell.